You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kirsten.
Yeah, there he is, my friends.
The big show.
You just heard Mr. Wes Johnson get all freaky with it. And you know this, man. Karma is a bitch. Coming to get ya. Yeah. Woo.
Okay, so last week
Up to
I had
Pache.
to drive to San Jose.
This is my friend who stayed in a haunted hotel. She doesn't know why. She's not even sure she was there, which makes her scarier than the hotel. I make all this up on the fly, folks. I got no script here. You're listening to Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kirsten. My God, it's about irritating things tonight. How did I get on this topic? I don't know. It's one we haven't done yet. Needs to be done. Got to touch on everything. Got to revisit everything. We'll do this show again. I'm looking around the internet today, and I see there's an article on the telegraph.co.uk. My UK brethren tend to have a very sharp and stabbing insight into human nature, and I love them for it. They're like people from New York City. They are by nature qualified psychiatrists, just because of how immersed they are in social activity. Good stuff. If you're brave enough, you can come into the chat. You can come by name and talk about how annoying certain things are that people do. I'm going to talk about some specifics, but I'm going to talk about a lot of general ones too that other people believe in. It's not gonna change these annoying things that you see often if the people that are doing the annoying don't even know they're annoying you. Some of them do. Some of them actually like it a little bit, I think. I know some fairly dark charactered people that love to know that they're harming someone else's peace of mind. They enjoy that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people like that. It's kind of sick, isn't it? And yet it's semi-natural. Maybe something that evolution has... Hell, it could have failed to cast it away, or it may have used it to survive. We could get into that. But that's not annoying. We got to get into annoying stuff, and that's what we're going to do right now. I'm looking at this article on telegraph.co.uk, and I'm looking at the top 10. I'd say they're pretty close, but the Brits have a more... They're more annoyed by things that are rude and offensive to them, rather than over here in America, we're annoyed by when people fuck with us, really. We don't like that, and we don't like when people are judging us, and things along those lines. And there's all kinds of little subcategories there we could get into. The first few, looking here on the thing, you've got number one was the top 100 most annoying things. Chavs. What is CHAVS? I need to get back into some vocabulary training because I don't know what that is. That's got to be an English thing. 2, people driving close behind you. Tailgaters. Let me tell you how to handle tailgaters. If you're in say you're in a 65 mile an hour zone, you get a tailgater, gradually start slowing down till you have to, till you get down to 20, 25 miles an hour, and punish them. If they want to ride your tail, give them a reason to ride your tail. You know, how can you hurt them? Well, obviously they're in a rush, so the way to hurt them is to slow them down. They're hurting you. They're up in your business. They're up on your butt, and you know if you have to slam on brakes, you're going to get hit. That's threatening. Go down to 20 miles an hour. Keep it safe. Get a little payback. They'll learn. People are capable of learning. But if everybody does this, they're going to know I better not tailgate, or the person I'm tailgating is going to go 20 miles an hour. Go for it. Why not? People who stink. Number 3. People who eat with their mouths open. Yeah, I can see how that would bother you. Rude shop assistants. Remember, we're talking UK here. We're talking keeping up appearances UK. But I think in the US you may find a similar category in the top 10. Foreign call centers. Yeah, we have a similar problem over here. People don't like calling India. You know, those people over in India are very hard working. You have PhDs over there working for $4 and $5 an hour, so we really should give them a break. But they've got to get a command on the language, and they've got to know what they're doing before they put them on the phones. Oh, let's see. Ooh, this one's kind of gross, and I'm asking you to employ your senses fully for this one, and I'm going to help you do that. I'm not one who would just put that burden entirely upon you. This is number 7 on this list, and it is stepping in dog poo-poo. Yeah, stepping in the stinky. Yeah. Even the kids I have here in cages in the studio think that's gross. Stepping in the stinky. How do you get it off? Do you use a stick? Oh, Jesus. Are we really talking about this? How do you get dog shit off your shoe when you're in a rush? If you don't have, you rub it in grass and gravel, and then you've got some kind of ancient Chinese clay mixture, and you're walking around like you're on fucking stilts. How do you get the dog? And everybody's going to smell you. You can't do it without a hose. You got to have a high-powered hose and get all that off of there. Everybody's going to smell you. Nobody can have a good day when you step in the doggy doo-doo. You know? What else they got on here? Let's see. It's still in the top 10 here. People who cough and do not cover their mouths. Now, that's definitely a UK thing, because over here in the US, we're not, in general, as civilized as that to care enough. I really don't believe that. Slow internet connections? Okay. Poor customer service? Well, that sort of relates to an earlier one. Dog owners that don't clean up after their dog. Well, you know what that leads to? That leads to number 7. So I can understand why that would be annoying. Noisy eaters is number 12. Cold callers, or salespeople. I guess that's the UK proper term. Door-to-door salesmen come right after that, though. Stubbing your toe is a big one. Bullying, number 16. I put bully probably at my number 1. I'll go after a bully in a second. Computer crash, losing work you've spent, well, apparently it bugs people to lose work that they've spent exactly 3 hours doing. Not 3 hours and 15 minutes, not 4 weeks, not 2 hours and 11 minutes, but computer crashing, losing work you've spent 3 hours doing. That's number 17. People who talk loudly on their mobile phones, and I got to agree with that one. If you're talking so loud that I know you're just trying to be heard, sounding important, screw you. Here's 2 giant Miley Cyrus middle fingers, foam fingers pointing at you. Shut the hell up. You're not important. You're not any more important than anybody else. And the fact that you're trying to look important through a phone conversation shows me you're not being important anywhere else in your life. So do something about that if you would. Keep that to yourself. Nobody wants to hear your business. Nobody wants to hear it. The noisy old lady next door don't even want to hear it. What else we got here? Arena crowd. Oh. That's one that I have not talked about. Now, there are some word ones. I have some word ones that are I don't like to say pet peeves because I don't really have any of those. That sounds almost like a religious hatred of something. I'm not that firm on anything, really. I like the toilet paper wrapped where it's draping over the front rather than having to dig around the back to find the edge. That's about it. That's about my only little thing there. But when it comes to words, I have probably quite a few of them there. Don't know why. Language, I'm kind of sensitive to it. Okay, let's talk about really. Yeah, I have a problem with really. Because we had already assigned meaning to really. Remember? Remember about a year ago and before? When someone would say, my girlfriend just called. Someone was riding a bike by, ran over her foot. Really? There it is. See, we had really. It was legitimate. It was like, I believe you, but could you go into depth? Because that sounds almost unbelievable. How about that? Really? Okay, we had a use for really. Now you've come in and decided that really means, are you fucking kidding me? Well, we already had seriously. See, seriously worked fine. Oh, but wait. That's 4 syllables, really's 2. Now, the first time I saw it was on some commercial for a hotel where they were doing like jackhammering on the roof or something. The guy was trying to sleep or talk on the phone or something, and every time he would do something, they would start jackhammering again. And finally he goes, really? And I was like, oh no. I knew then it was born. I said, no, no, don't take really. We had really. Really was already. No, come up with a new one. Say something like spagonkadunk. I don't care. Don't say really. We had really. Now we don't know which really is being used. We have to listen to context. What are you stealing really for? Well, you could just use up something else that isn't used often, and then we would have a category for this is another substitute for seriously, or you've got to be fucking kidding me. Not don't take really. Now I got to do work. Now I got to think. What really do you mean? Oh, I don't like the really. I don't like the really. Yeah, sorry about that. I can't get on board with that one. I'm sorry. And there's some other ones with words. We'll get into that. Let's see if anybody's in here yet. I need to check the chat room. I'll bet people are already chatting about this. Let's see if now, as far as taking phone calls on this show, if you're listening, I'm learning how to do it. I'm learning how to do it through Skype. I'm learning alternative ways through Google Voice. There's all kinds of special little tricks you got to do until Spreaker decides they want to get voice support, call-in support on their system, like Blog Talk Radio does. Now, for those that don't know or haven't experienced this, Spreaker, which we're on right now, is 10 times the quality of audio and even of options than Blog Talk Radio. But Blog Talk Radio remains king because they allow phone call-ins on your show. Okay, you got to jump through a bunch of hoops to get it to work on Spreaker, and I consider myself fairly witty when it comes to the tech side of things, and I've been spending a day reading on this, and I'm just getting into it. Virtual audio cables and SAM broadcasting deck, and it gets crazy when you don't have mixing equipment. And even if you do, I mean, I don't know anything about mixing equipment. It's not my thing. That's annoying, isn't it? That's annoying, what we have to jump through to get things to work. We should be more thankful. I've heard comedians say, if you're out there and you're going, I hate Verizon. Really? See, there's really, I don't like it, but that's what he said. That's what he said. He goes, you mean you're allowed to talk on a device that you could stand in the middle of the forest, have a signal go up to space, and talk to somebody on the other side of the world, but you had a little echo, so you hate them. Well, you go build the damn cellular network then. All right, I get it. I know the technical, challenges in making anything like this, but people get expectations, don't they? And when those expectations aren't met, you have disappointment and you have expressed anger. And that's getting worse, I think, at least in American society, as people are expected to be served faster and faster, and they are not taught how to deal with no for an answer or wait. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. There just used to be a lot more class and style and patience, and just, well, if something isn't working, that's all right. We'll work around it. Now it's snap. There they go. Running down the street, hair on fire, shooting at people, wearing one flip-flop and one combat boot. They don't care. They don't care. Because why? Because AIM wasn't working. Yeah. That's all it takes these days. That's all it takes. Ran out of mom's house. Didn't even ask for some money before they left. Got the water gun. Going to shoot people. They've got their underwear on backwards. And and then the next thing you know, here come the police. He went that way, officer. He went right there. Yeah. It's the naked guy. Well, he's actually got the underwear on backwards, but yeah, you saw him, right? Okay. Yeah, go get him, officer. What else bothers us? There's so much. I mean, I could go on. I'm going to go on. That's what we're going to do on this show. We're only 14 minutes in. I'm going to end the song with a show by Bad Ace, Your Love. Today is what we're going to do. And I may have another show afterward. Depends on how I feel. I might not. That's what's great about having your own show. You do what you want. Driving slow in the fast lane. That's number 22 in the UK. I think that's got to be in the top 5 here in the US. Let me I'm going to share 4 words with you that are near and dear to my heart as someone who had to brave the traffic of Washington, D.C. on too many occasions while in a rush to serve customers several times on any given day, not just going to work and coming home. Slower traffic keep right. Say it with me now. We'll sing it. Slower traffic, keep right. Slower traffic, keep right. Slower traffic, keep right. Can you remember that? Tell your friends. Tell your friends and tell them to tell their friends. And the next time you have slower traffic keeping left, get up behind them and tailgate. Yeah, they may drop down to 20 miles an hour if they're also listening to my show. But turn your bright lights on. Make it painful. Crank the music up. Hit on the horn. Flash your lights. Whip around them and then whip in front of them. Show them it's not okay. It's not okay. It confuses the flow of traffic and impedes it thereby. People are expecting to be able to go fast in the left lane, and when the right lane is moving faster, there is a fundamental disagreement by what we've been taught by the Division of Motor Vehicles and the behavior of the people on the road and the automobiles, and that won't stand, my friend. Something must happen there to change things. Got to do something there. Slow traffic, stay the F to the right. If you don't, I hope somebody throws a giant ostrich egg at you and you lose an eye. And all you have is the ostrich egg, and you're just looking around at everybody with the ostrich egg going, this is not my eye, but I can see with my other eye. And everybody's going, we don't care, you have an ostrich egg in your head. That's how I hope you live your life if you drive slow in the left lane. Yeah, I'm wishing that on you. I'm calling voodoo people right now. I'm gonna look them up on Fiverr. I'm getting you. That's it. We're getting voodoo people to go after the slow drivers in the left lane. Somebody's got to do something. And I'm not to the point where I'm going to point my ink pen at you, because that's only what I do when I'm extremely angry. But I'm calling the voodoo people. Oh, let's see. Toilets you have to pay for. Yeah, we're definitely in Europe now. Oh, I'm not even going to read some of these. They're so European. People reading over your shoulder. That's extremely rude and very creepy. That's ugh. Especially if it's like a boss or a coworker. Oh. And you know them, but get out, go. Don't get all close behind me. I just get gas. That's how you're going to handle that. Develop gas very quickly. Squeeze out a few. Make sure you had beans the night before if you know they're going to be reading over your shoulder, and just pollute the air. Let them know how you feel about that reading over your shoulder. Just excrete some gaseous gifts and leave them with something to smell and think about. That's how you work that. There's always a way to. I used to have a computer science instructor in college who would, and I'm even going to try to imitate his voice. He would say, there are 7 solutions to every problem. That motherfucker was wound so tight that if he had tripped, he would have exploded. But he was right. And I think there's a lot of solutions to every problem. Everybody thinks there's 1 or 2, and they kind of give up if those 1 or 2 don't work. Just keep thinking about it. There's a way to handle it. There's always a way to handle it. Tailgaters, that's funny. So tailgaters made number 32 on this list, but people following too closely made like number 2. All right, now my British friends, you're very intelligent people. I've never questioned that, but you've got one twice here, and I'm not even up into the 40s yet. So what are we doing? Big Brother, muggers. Let's see, stepping and chewing gum, pricey train fares, people who walk painfully slow on the street. Well, you got to give them a break, Jesus. There's no speed limit to walking. Go around them. Stop bitching. We can't bitch about everything here. Now, if they're 4 abreast in a relatively narrow area, taking up the whole sidewalk, walking slow, yeah, that's rude. And I hope you all fall on your afros and don't even bounce. Just ka-thunk. Right there like a yard dart. Just ping! Right down there in the ground. And that'll learn you. And that goes for walking across the street slow too. These gangster guys, it doesn't matter what color they are, white, black, Hispanic, they like to walk real slow across the road when you're waiting for them so that you can keep going because they're the pedestrian. We got to develop something. I don't know if it's going to be like a foghorn that puts out so many decibels that it takes their legs out, or some sort of gel shooting squirt gun that just covers them in gel and they're trying to yell at you, but all you hear is bloop, bloop, bloop. I mean, that would be beautiful. Okay, so they're still stuck there and I can't go, but I'm enjoying the justice that was served. We got to do something about that. And that goes for the loud stereos too. Loud stereos are cool. I used to play my music pretty loud when I was in high school before I found my maturity. But when it's so loud that your tires are routinely coming off of the concrete, there's a problem there. People's pacemakers are fucking up. Your heartbeat is going to go off rhythm. You're going to break people's windows. Little children are falling down in the schoolyard. We can't have that. Turn that shit down. Nobody wants to hear your choice of what you think good music is. They've made their own choices. Have you ever had anybody run up and say, I am so freaking glad I left my stereo at home today and I didn't know you were going to be playing that song by Lil Wayne at 157 decibels so that my eyeglasses would actually break in half and fall off my head, because that's what I was going to do. But I left my stereo at home. Thank you, man. Just thank you for that. Yeah, you're never going to hear that because people don't want to hear your shit. So try to keep that contained. Is it loud enough to hear, loud enough to feel, loud enough to dance to? That's loud enough. That's loud enough. You don't have to knock signs over. You don't have to damage people's health. You can just listen to your music in a reasonable volume and shut the hell up. We're running out of time here, and I've got so much more to complain about as far as annoyances. So if you want to get in on the chat, I think you have to go to, I don't know if you're listening to the player right now, I think you have to go to the site and open up the chat there. I don't know what it looks like for you because I'm looking at it from the broadcaster's perspective, so it looks different for me than it would for you. If you don't want to chat there, but you're listening on the Facebook page or something, you can actually throw some things in there on comments, and I'll just try to read those out. Some of the things people do, they really don't know, I think, how annoying it is. I know people that when they talk, they have a nice volume to their voice. It's kind of steady, predictable, normalized, if you will. Then they get excited, and there's this increase. It starts kind of slow. It's not sudden. And the next thing you know, they're just about yelling. And I've got my eardrums sounding like a broken snare drum rattling in my head. And I'm going, God help me. What's the volume going on here? Why do we need that? I'm sitting 4 feet away. That's one. But usually I can escape that situation pretty quickly when I get into it. So I don't, it's not like you're stuck there. If you're stuck there, that's torture, and it's really going to bother you, and you're gonna dwell on it. Road rage they have here, number 47, the recession, feeling bloated. Okay, sweating. People who sniff all the time and don't use a tissue. Remember, we're coming from the UK here, a little bit different than the US. I'm going to go back, and I've got a little bit of time here. I'm going to try to grab here you go. Let's take a look at this, and this will be. This is from BuzzFeed, and I'm thinking that this comes from the U.S. I looked at it briefly earlier. I just want to pull it up and make sure here. 17 of the most annoying things people can do. And this is on BuzzFeed.com from someone named Sarah Boltz. And I'm not spelling it for you because I don't have time or the patience for it. When people start getting on the train as others are still getting off. That's pretty rude. Well, definitely. Now, I think they're loading pictures with each thing here, so this is going to take a long time. People walking slow in front of you. I'm not going to say anything that we've already said. So, here you go. When people with a lot more than 10 items use the express lane. Don't you just get mad at them? You cheating bastards. I'm sitting here with 3 items, and I've got to wait because you've got 21 in the 10-item lane. How come she didn't make you go to another register? Go say something. Go say something next time. If there are rules set out in society and people aren't following them, go talk to the authority that's supposed to be enforcing the rules. In this case, the clerk. The clerk. Go talk to the clerk and say, 10 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 22 items. Does not match. Does not work. When someone's bag takes up a whole seat on the bus. When people bring small children to scary or R-rated movies. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't like that either. I'm not like a real prude, but yeah, there's got to be a line there. When people miss the trash can and don't give a shit, just keep on walking. That's a bad one. Leaving their shopping carts in the middle of the parking lot. That goes along with parking, and I haven't seen this yet, but it's a huge problem. Parking and taking up more than one space because you just didn't care. especially in a crowded area, screw you. I'm giving you 2 of Miley's stinky fingers and a moon. Because let me tell you what I do to people that do that. If you park and you're about 1.5 feet over your line into another spot, especially if you've done that with the driver's side over, I will park right next to that car so you cannot get in the driver's side. You've got to go through the passenger side. But I'll still be in my lane. I'll still be in my parking spot. Oh, yeah. That's how you make a difference. You know, is someone going to kick your headlight in? Possibly. But are you just going to just not do anything? Just say that's okay? That's why people keep doing this shit, because nobody will stop them. You have to do something and speak up if things are bothering you. And they're assholes. They don't care about other people. They may be psychopaths. They're only focused on themselves. Tell them how you feel about it. Tell them how you feel. Make them hear you. Of course, they probably won't care what you have to say about them because they're assholes. So that's how, at least you can maybe embarrass them a little. When people let their children misbehave in restaurants, well, it's, I think that's part of life. But I think at some point you do have to try to control them. Maybe even take them outside if it's getting bad. When people hold a conversation right in front of a doorway, yeah, that's annoying as shit, isn't it? Oh yeah, here you go. When you can't pass anyone on the road because they're driving the same speed side by side. Holy cow, truckers like to do that. Oh man, I don't have enough foam fingers for you guys. I think next time I'm just going to pass you and piss out the window. Just give you a little bath there, a little yellow bath, nothing special. Show you how I feel about that whole shotgunning situation, I guess you would call it. When you purposely hold the door for someone and they don't acknowledge it. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Well, we've got just a few minutes left here, and I want to get Bad Ace in because they're my good luck charm. So I'm going to do that. I may come back with another show about annoyances if people can get my curiosity and interest riled up on some of their annoyances over the next half hour or so. Just go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/truthontapshow. That's Truth on Tap Show. And go in there. Post some of your annoyances. We'll see how it goes. If we get some more interest in this, I'll throw on another show. We'll do it at 10 o'clock or something. Until then, let me go ahead and get this queued up first. This is always fun. You have a mixing board that they give you in Spreaker as if you're some kind of, crazy DJ with 2 turntables and a microphone. I am not. I don't have the 2 turntables. And I'm not even really sure how to use the microphone well. So let's see. Here's Bad Ace going on to deck 2. I'm not going to get jiggy with it. I'm just going to play it. This is Your Love by Bad Ace. You have been listening to Truth on Tap with Kevin Kierstead. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
You don't know what you're doing to me. And you don't know the way you make me feel. What it does when you give that look. It steals my heart now, baby. That's not all you took. Something else has to come back. Till I have your love, your love, your love, your love. You said, baby, don't hold on. But if I let go, what will I do? I don't want to hear those words from you. All I want to do is hold on, hold on. you call